today we are going to rank S through D tier every banner. I think I have them in order, but some of them may have gotten shit. Yeah, that's definitely not where that one belongs.
Oh, yeah.
Over here somewhere. That one's over there somewhere. And we're going to try and rank them and be smart about it, maybe. Or just showcase our biases. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's
hard.
probably what it's going to be.
So, I think we started out, with Ash. And
Okay, before we rank her, I have a question.
yeah, go for it.
Because I feel like this is a perfect example of a banner where there's one really standout unit, which happens with a lot of the Ascended banners, in fact. And, I mean, so, like, what do we do when one unit's really good, but the rest of the banners kind of flop? Like, how do we balance that out?
You're talking about Priam, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm talking about Ash.
I don't know. I mean, I think if they're just inherently, like, one-sided, then we gotta call that out.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously with this one, you have a mythic. And then also, Priam is there.
Yeah, and, like, Flavia was... She has a good weapon, but, like, another red infantry sword, and just...
I'm gonna...
A lot of problems.
I'm gonna propose something. I'm gonna propose that this is B tier.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I was kind of thinking along the same lines.
Because, like, it's got some real highs and some real lows. So I think middle is appropriate.
I agree.
I think that's fair. Chat, I don't want to hear any complaining, okay? No sad faces. It's almost Christmas. This is just how it has to be, alright? Winter Banner. Manuela.
Yeah, this was a really good banner, I would say. I think
there's so
Harmonic Lysithea, obviously Harmonic Lysithea is still around. Manuela was such a great 4-star special, and which was made only better by the Arcane Sword. I definitely think this is a very good banner.
I would put it at high A tier.
Mm-hmm. Who was the other one on it? I don't remember. Who was the fourth?
Oh, I know his name. Artur. Artur?
Oh, the Far Save fodder.
Mm-hmm. No, promise. He's very important.
I'm sure he is, but let's be honest. If anyone pulled him, unless they really liked him, it was probably Far Save fodder.
I think he had like a decent green tome at the time too.
Yeah.
That was inheritable. But everybody was using it for save, so let's be real.
Yeah.
I would advocate for high A.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the fact that I didn't even remember who the last person on the banner was means it can't be an S tier, but so yeah.
When you remember the 4-star, but not the other 5.
Yeah, I know. It'd be like that sometimes.
I mean, Manuela's stat line though is crazy. Like, she goes crazy.
And with Arcane Eleuthir, she's literally Red Brave Hector with better stats.
Yep. I gave her that and inherited the B from who was it? Valentine's Lucina? Whatever that
Savvy Fighter?
Yeah, whatever that fire skill was. It's green. I know it's green. Has a green line on it.
I wish it was more accessible. I wish it was on not just Lucina.
Oh, I think we hear a winter prediction coming out of Promise Me One Thing right now.
Oh, maybe.
Ooh.
It's possible.
The namesake armor banner for winter.
Yeah, actually. And we're probably going to get a new armor skill too, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. What about New Year?
The next one, I won't take anything less than S tier. Nothing below that.
All right. Well, you know what? It's got Milady Note in here too. Yeah. And I think the 4-star Liar.
Yep, Liar, I think.
Pretty good.
And she had Catch 3, which was good fodder. Still the only source of that.
The duo that literally gives you Pathfinder for everyone.
Yeah. She just dominated Summoner Duels for so long.
And of course, there's this red dagger in there too, I think.
Yeah.
fairly popular among the players.
I'm not biased. Not at all. Why would you say that?
We'll go S. Speaking
I'm
of
glad.
not S,
Yeah,
poor
this one was
Joshua.
just unfortunate.
I don't even know where to start. The father's not great. Um,
Yeah.
the 5 stars make me confused. Like Renak, I think, has an inheritable dagger that I have not used.
It's the null follow-up dagger, so it or no wait. The 5-star exclusive has the null follow-up dagger, and the demote has quick dagger, I
Yes.
think.
Colm? Is it Colm?
Yes.
Yeah. I. Is it worse than the Ash banner? I think it is.
I would put it at a little bit worse overall. Like Joshua, I still think is extremely underrated. The fact that
Mm-hmm.
he has the fire sweep effect, it
Yep.
just like completely shuts down a lot of safe tanks. It's just like nobody was pulling on this banner. Like it was right after New Year's.
Yep.
Everybody's orbs were gone after Christmas and New Year, and it's like, well, this is a sleeper banner, and nobody even pulled on it.
And it was such a cool ascended to start with too.
Yeah, I know. Like the design is great. It's just the rest of the banners is a flop. So I'd say C, probably. Yeah,
We're just gonna rip the band-aid off, chat.
yeah.
It's gotta happen. Banger. Hitari banner.
Yeah, that was a very good banner.
Zane was a very cool inclusion
Yeah,
at a 4-star.
and
It,
he had like a fatal smoke staff, I think,
uh-huh.
or something like that.
Yep. Hitari Azura, I think, was in the Green Dream banner for Hero Rises. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure. So, like,
She's
obviously a winner there.
yeah.
Nyla gave a sturdy surge. We
Yeah,
love that.
and I think she's a very good unit on her own too. It's just nobody really uses her.
And then Carla, who honestly a little underrated.
I honestly think Carla's actually really strong. Yeah, I faced her once in Summoner Duels, and like she hits very hard.
The stands know. Those who invested, they're aware. They're like,
And
yes, it's my time.
might I say, I think Hatari Carla's art is contenders for one of the best arts in the game. That is my hot take of the day. I don't know if
Fair.
that's a hot take.
Ooh. Chat, rate it. Hot take? Not. 1 if hot take, 2 if cold take. Let us know. I think this is another A tier banner. If not
Yeah,
S. It's
yeah.
close.
I can't decide if it's better or worse than the Christmas. I think it's around the same.
I think we go just because of the value of the 4-star on the winter banner.
Yeah.
I think we got to go just below.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Oh god. Okay, we're here already. Hey, it's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's, everyone.
I think we all know where this one has to go. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely up there.
Yeah, this is something a lot of people wanted for like a long time. Lucina's skill, I was literally just talking about it, goes really well with Manuela. Robin, I think, has save.
Yep.
Crom does Crom things, but now in duo fashion.
Yeah, and it's a very, very good all power-wise. Terrorizes the arena still.
Owain is even here.
And Owain had a good inheritable lance,
Mm-hmm.
so even that's going for him. And Blue Flame at the 4-star.
Yeah, that's great. Wow, Eden. Was Eden the second ascended banner?
No, because there was Fjorm and then Leg Yarn, and then...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she was obviously the standout from this banner. Similarly with Joshua, and the rest was kind of just there. I do think she is good enough on her own, though, to bump them a tier, I would say, over Joshua.
I would say this might be just ahead of Ash.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like that's just because the overall is a
Yeah.
little bit higher than what that has to offer.
Yep.
Plus, I mean, this was Kath's debut, and Kath had a big year, so
True.
that one Kath fan at IS. Guess what? Spring banner. Oof. I'm gonna be. All right. Promise. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm a Sonya fan.
Based.
I think her story in Valentia or Gaiden or whatever is probably one of the more interesting ones. I think her end notes are tragic. Like her lore is very interesting. Also, she's very pretty, and her harmonized goes hard. So like, I don't want to say S tier, but I do want to put it like near the top.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna have to
I
rein
think...
me in a little bit.
No, I honestly kind of agree. Like, I think they as a harmonic unit, I think they're extremely strong. Like, they can kill Brave Hector easily, and that's kind of our litmus test for how strong that nuke is. And even Spring Maria, I don't know if you remember, but people were doing some crazy damage reduction shenanigans when Spring Maria came out with the flat DR.
Yep.
Like her taking like 0 damage from red units who were supposed to be dealing like 60 damage to her. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. I think the only flop on here, honestly, was Henry, which feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So I'm just gonna throw it somewhere. You tell me higher or lower.
Okay. I'm torn between top of A and bottom of S, so I don't know.
I mean, I'll go here.
Yeah, let's go bottom of S tier. I think it was a very good banner.
I was trying to
rein yourself in.
I was trying to slow play.
Yeah.
Secretly, that's what I wanted. Okay, so Ascended Marita.
Remember when people were like, there's no way Vital Astra's gonna be inheritable.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was inheritable. I think just the fact alone that she shook up the infantry tank, dodge tank meta like that warrants a very high tier placement, in my opinion.
It also has the bald guy who pity broke me on Summer Micaiah a lot.
Yeah, I've gotten him a couple times too, so I feel you.
I think this is probably... I don't remember what Galzus does, but...
He has no PRF. He just has Sturdy Surge and Null Follow-Up, which, like, is... Surge Sparrow. It's like, it is good fodder, but no PRF.
I feel like it's around here somewhere.
I would put it, honestly, a little bit higher.
Okay.
Just because I think the value of Vital Astra is just so insane. Like, as an infantry dodge tank before Godlike Reflexes came out, there wasn't any other special you'd want for.
We think bottom A?
Honestly, yeah, I would put her that high.
Okay. I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is where we're getting into questionable order territory.
Yeah, we don't have to order within the tiers. Like, I think it's too hard to do that.
I tried putting everything chronologically. It did not work out. It reset itself. So, I don't know when Ishtar showed up in the year, but she's here now.
Yeah.
And she's got Tyne and a very slow Skahawk with her. Also Arthur, I think, is who else is on that banner.
Yeah.
How you feel about Ishtar? I don't think I've ever asked you.
I'm a massive Ishtar fan, like, design-wise, character-wise. I think she's such an interesting character.
Love that.
And so it pains me to say this. This banner really felt like a disappointment. Like, the Ascended alt just basically looks like base Ishtar with a couple flowers in her hair.
And plushies.
Yeah, and plushies. Yeah, I do think it's adorable, but it just doesn't feel like it should be an Ascended alt.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone else on the banner, like Skahawk, a lot of people were excited for him, and then he came out as a demote with no speed stat, and, like, a lot about this banner just felt very underwhelming.
This is a classic high expectations, low deliverable situation.
Exactly. Yeah. And, like, I still went for Ishtar, but that's only because I like her. Like, Not
Yep.
because I think she's a must pull by any means.
Yep. We're at 9% on the Ascended banner right now. Just trying to get one.
Ouch. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I don't want to do it, but
I know.
I gotta. Okay. You know what? Moving on faster makes it feel better. Kids banner. We got Ike. We got 4-star Ileana with preferred. Beautiful. Soren, Kid Soren, heartwarming. Mia is also here doing speedy Mia things, but now in younger trainee base stat,
Yep.
situation. This is actually one of the duos I predicted for 2022.
Oh, interesting.
I said we were gonna get Kid Ike with a duo Mist. I
And it
think
happened.
it did, yeah. Promise, we're about to get into a whole lot of wallet issues coming up here. I think that this one ranked pretty well. I think it's somewhere in A tier.
I'm kind of going back and forth between A and B tier. I do think it's a good banner, but from what I've seen, the units on this banner, like everyone thought they were going to be so OP and so amazing, but they've kind of fallen flat a bit. I don't know if that's just because of like infantry sword syndrome, but maybe I'm negatively biased towards them.
There was a lot of stuff that happened with Ike this year. There was a lot of Ike stuff going on. I'm gonna say low A.
Yeah, we can do that.
I think here is fine. I think the best fodder I think we got was Distant Dart.
Yes,
and
which is a very good skill.
Speed, defense, tempo, I think is what.
Oh yeah, they introduced tempo skills on this banner too.
Yeah. Soren and Ileana I don't really think came with anything to.
No, but both of them were quite good still. So yeah, I think A tier is fair.
All right. Brides. The calm before the storm.
Yeah, I mean, this banner felt like a rehash of so many different things. Like, we got Legendary Lilina Part 2. We got another Cecilia, just like very similar to her base form in Fae. By the way, the art is stunning. It's just as a unit, like, could have been better. Sophia, also in the same boat, could have been better. And as much as I love the art for Roy and Elliewood, I just don't think they brought much unique to the table, other than a new inheritable B skill.
I'm pretty sure I gave Bride Cecilia attack res unity. I still couldn't kill anything with her.
Yeah. It's just so hard being a ranged cavalry with no speed stat and no guaranteed follow-up. Like, what's your niche? You don't have much of one, because your BST isn't as high as an infantry, so you're not as good at tanking as they would be, and you don't have the same skill set. It's just hard to find a niche.
I think the banner served better as father-son fan service of like Elwood being able to go to like play pretend, his son's wedding. I mean, obviously, he's a Fire Emblem dad, so that doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
But I think overall the banner left bleh kind of feelings. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the fodder because it's the only thing keeping it out of C tier for me.
I think we had Elliewood with the new inheritable B skill. I don't know if it's Flow Force or whatever, but
oh yeah.
I would honestly say C tier, to be very honest.
I kind of want to put
top.
It. I kind of want to put it there, yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts. That hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
This also hurt a lot.
The Fallen banner. Yeah.
Fallen banner 2022. Gustav. We had Ninian in here. Rhea, naturally. Al, my heart, my soul.
Your wallet.
The first of many colorless endeavors I would have this year.
Yeah.
Just all kinds of fun. Lilith is also there.
Yeah.
This is where we got like the tier 4 smoke skills, I think, introduced.
Yes, and those really shook up like a lot.
Bro, my heart has never been happier to eat a Gustav. Straight up. I feel like it's
S tier.
S tier, yeah.
I
feel
agree.
like I feel like it's up there. I don't know where it falls in S, but I feel like they're all champs as it is.
And even though, like, even as units, they might not have aged as well as people thought they were going to, I still think they are all very, very solid units, and the fodder was just insane on this banner.
Yeah.
And Lilith, the fact that she just gives no follow-up for free to her support partner, a very good unit for summoner duels, too.
Yeah. There's a couple banners throughout the year that are, like, defining. Fallen is definitely one of them.
Yeah. They definitely aim for that.
Ooh. Near and dear to my heart, Letizia. Don't worry, we can change her.
This is gonna be a low rank for me. I have to say it right away.
All right, just rip the band-aid off. Where do you think? What are you thinking?
Honestly, like, this banner also came, I don't know if it was right after Fallen, or I don't know if I remember it was right after people were kind of dry of their orbs anyway.
It was
so this felt like
it was the mid-book right before summer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say C tier, maybe even D, but I feel like I'm being a little bit harsh.
Okay, let me hit you with a little sane. We now have Flow something in normal pool. I think he's the first one to get normal pool for a flow skill.
I honestly don't know what Sane has.
I'm gonna look it
at
up.
all. I don't know anything about.
I'm gonna convince you that it's at least B tier right now.
Oh, I don't know if you can convince me.
I can.
See, I can budge, but I don't know about.
I believe. Okay, Sane has great things to do. He's got a rally up attack. Right? Pog.
Yeah.
He's got speed defense catch 4. Flow refresh 3 in the normal pool.
Okay. That is a good skill to have in
at the 4-star rarity. Not that it really matters because he's still 5-star. But
yeah, he's still a 5-star exclusive. Okay, by the way, chat is agreeing with me. I'm seeing C or D, someone else saying D.
Well, chat is fishing for bans right now, it seems like. Okay, so Kent, he's well dressed. He is very polite. He has red hair. We love that for him. Florina did something. I mean, she was kind of like an interesting Ascended.
She has an interesting niche, but like there are so many other units who you can do very similar things with, and I don't know.
She has Far Trace. She has
yeah,
SD
I
Far
think
Trace,
I can agree with C tier.
Summer Alencia really appreciated that.
True.
So
true.
And then there's also our queen, Letizia.
Yeah.
She's not all that bad, Letizia. That's her name.
Yeah.
That's her nickname.
Yeah, no, I literally never see her, so I'm probably not as convinced of her prowess as someone who has her. But, like, I just never see her anywhere, ever. I've never faced her in any game mode other than the story maps.
How do we feel about that?
We can leave it there for now.
under the agreeance that everything else in B will automatically go in front of it.
Yeah, okay. I can go with that.
Yes! See, that's how you barter, chat. That's how you do it. All right. See, that's great. That's great. So in like metaphoric, like, you know, honorarily C tier, but, you know, on paper, very, very, very low B.
Yeah.
Still B, still passes.
Yeah.
But everyone will remember as probably C.
Yeah.
Oh god, okay.
Okay, this one's an instant S tier. Like, we don't even have to... I mean, we should still talk about it, but just so much about this banner was crazy.
Yeah, so why don't you start?
Okay, so I remember reacting to the trailer, you know, because we knew it was going to be Claude from the silhouettes.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came up third in the video, that's always the space for the demote. My first thought was, oh, like, he's probably going to suck. And then we saw his kit. And I was like, Fallen Star? Brave Dagger with Kanto? I guess there's no demote on this banner.
Yep.
And then it turns out he was still a demote, and I don't think it's an overstatement to say he's the best demote in Fae history. Like, hands down, nobody is quite as good as what they did with him.
No, there's never going to be a 4-star like that. Probably
Yeah.
ever again.
I
Unless
mean,
it's...
maybe they'll make it a summer thing. I don't know, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Like,
Yeah, I think they were like, well, there has to be a 4-star, right?
yeah.
So
Thank God that they made him the 4-star, because honestly, with that kind of kit, he could have easily been a 5-star exclusive. Like, easily they could have sold that as a 5-star exclusive.
I'm gonna be real. Aesthetic alone, we finally got Horse Micaiah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the banner that also gave us Floaty, Ragnall, and Alendite.
Yeah, I think every unit on this banner was very good.
Yeah. It hurt my soul, but it's S tier. I'm so glad it happened, but also I hate it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Do you want to hit the second summer now? Just
you know, I think realistically, Duo Thor is very good.
Come on, Promise. Come on.
Who else is on this banner? Erica.
Erica gave us
attack speed of 4.
Yeah,
that was very
that's
good.
Something. That.
Yeah. Who else on the banner? I don't remember.
Leon. Leon is there. Leon's there. And then also Neefel? I think it was a summer
Oh,
Neefel?
I forgot she existed.
Yeah.
I don't think I can go higher than A on this, to be honest. Like, despite how good Thor is, and
even with a
Potter
bikini-clad ukulele playing Loki.
I can't let my biases get the better of me. Not in this one.
Okay. All right. Listen. Hear me out. Thor. That's it.
Yeah, I agree, and I pulled for multiple copies of this unit, so I get it.
All right.
Maybe bottom of S tier. Maybe we could do that, just because I'm realizing like World Breaker and like the support that she gives with what's called exposure.
The sun burning. Yes.
Yeah, it's very good, and I've been using her as the support unit for my Ninja Camilla this week in Ether Raids to help Camilla charge Iceberg, and she's you know, we can go with that.
I like to drop the gravity in Arena so that things can't come kill me.
Oh yeah, I forgot she had that too. Yeah,
that's what I use Duo Thor, which is sad because she could do so much more. But I'm like, oh, I misplayed. I should make sure they can't come anywhere near me this turn. That's what I do. It's a get out of free jail card. Okay, so I propose a similar arrangement that we had with Letizia.
Yeah.
With Thor.
Yeah. I could vibe with that.
There we go. Making deals. This is how governments are made. Right here.
The fake government.
Ascended
Celica.
And Amelie was here. We finally got Valentine Est.
Yep.
Amir
Ymir was one of those units who, like, when we all saw her, at least for me, like, and the people I was talking to, we thought that, you know, that drive miracle effect would be so busted, but then it turns out the condition for it is so restrictive that, like, most of the time it's not really going to help you anyway.
Yeah.
Because I think it's based on in-combat HP, so if the first hit takes you below 75%, you're not going to proc the miracle on the second hit.
I think Est gave us Flow Feather?
Yeah. And Celica gave us Infantry No Follow-Up, which was nice.
Not bad. Kamui, I don't know. What he had some inheritable that was like kind of...
I know a lot of people wanted him in the game, but I don't know about as a unit, whether he's worth talking about.
he's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, who is a legend. So that does not surprise me at all. I think he had a good upfront blade. Grants attack speed +5 to unit and neutralizes units' penalties to attack speed during combat if foes HP is greater than 75%.
That's actually decent.
Yeah. I remember it being good, but not like, preferred.
Not like amazing.
I think it's probably somewhere in B, probably hype.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
How's that feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'd honestly probably put it a little bit lower than it done. Yeah.
Ash got robbed, bro. That was such a bad banner for her to be on.
I know.
I'm only salty because Priam's, oh god,
You can call it Priam, it's fine. I still call it that.
his forging bonds was so it was lackluster.
I did not read it, to be honest. So.
You didn't miss much, honestly. It's fine. That's fine.
Was he just talking to Ike?
Yeah, but it was nothing meaningful.
Oh, okay.
I was like, no, I want like, anyway. Brave banner, another banner throughout the year that is usually defining in some manner.
Yeah, I think this was an S tier. I would put it up there. I think the only one who's like unfortunately really been knocked off the tiny pedestal they had was
Don't
Tiki.
say it. No.
You know it's true.
Oh, promise I fought an entire month for that.
I know.
No, not even. It was longer. I started the campaign in like November, I think.
I really wish they had done more with her.
Yeah. That's
Or like, you know, when she came out, her niche was like, 'cause she just created a new niche.
yeah.
And it's like, well, at least let her have that for at least like half the year. My God, like
it was a really cool 2 months.
yeah, literally.
It was so dope. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Seliph is really good. The miracle looping, which I hate.
Seliph is
like, a lot.
insane. Crom is quite good. Byleth introduced speed preempt and is pretty good on her own as well. Like, there's a lot going on.
It's good. Chat, you agree with S tier, right? Let us know if we're slipping up. I don't think we are. I think we're basically goated right now, but you know, you let us know. You let us know. Thievery, aka Cath 2 Electric Boogaloo, now with horse.
Honestly, the only good thing on this banner is there are two good things, I guess. One is we got, I think, a new smoke skill, which was pretty cool, the one on Layla. And two, I think the fact that they introduced all those different Kanto patterns was very unique.
Yep.
But the units themselves are not that good.
I think the harmonized, given they can warp back to like where they started from, that's pretty nutty.
Yeah, that's like the standout unit on this banner.
If Soth were not on this banner, I genuinely would not care.
Yeah.
And
tier 4 B skills. I forgot. This was when they introduced the first tier 4 B skill.
Was it chill?
Yeah, the dual chill.
Yeah.
And then they gave us much better ones like almost immediately after.
Well, hey, you know, that's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm thinking somewhere the Kanto stuff was cool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking somewhere high B low A.
That's pretty much exactly where I was too. I could be argued either way.
Is it better than Eden?
I mean, I would argue Eden has had more of an impact on the meta than any of the units on this banner, but the rest of the banner overall is better than Eden. So probably, yeah. I think that's fair.
Firefest.
I think this was a very good ban.
Bro.
for many reasons.
I'm gonna just say Cuboon shading.
Yeah, this is honestly like Cuboon, some of his arts in the past few years
it's questionable.
But this he really knocked it out of the park with. In my opinion.
Yeah. Lynn looks great. Muspel, I saw him. I didn't hate him.
Yeah, his art. Oh man. All the people who like men love this banner.
I normally hate Muspel in all capacity. I didn't hate it this time.
Yeah, no, his art was just awesome.
Harmonized Tana.
I didn't really get the concept of like the two units that they put. I guess I sort of see it, but as a unit, I do think giving people Kanto is just so unique and honestly really useful.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's Tana.
Yeah, I don't think any of us do.
I kind of understand Peony. I don't really understand Tana.
Yeah.
Maybe they were doubling up on voice work at some point, and they were just like, "Hey, let's throw Tana on the
Yeah,
banner."
maybe. Maybe.
Sounds cool.
I think my guess is just they were just like throwing darts at a board full of waifus, and it's just
True.
what they came up with.
I'm gonna secretly believe they really wanted to throw a stone, or throw a bone to Sacred Stone's limited hero battles. That's it.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was their game plan. I'm gonna say very high A, if
Yeah,
not
I would
low
agree with
S.
that. I would agree with high A. Yeah,
Okay,
probably top of A. Yeah,
we'll pop it there.
perfect.
Ooh, Three Hopes. Rearmed Heroes.
Yeah, I think honestly nobody was really expecting rearmed heroes. At least I certainly wasn't. So yeah, this was a really good Fey channel. I remember.
I kept waiting for the catch. I was like, all of this is really good. Why?
Yeah,
What's wrong? I'm confused.
yeah,
Please explain to me what. Why? Why are you doing this? I didn't trust it. I was very skeptical. I was like, oh my god, this is actually good.
yeah,
I think it's another really high A tier,
yeah. I would agree.
if not S.
Yeah, I'm like kind of torn just because like Arcane Sword is just so good.
Is it better than the second summer banner?
I would say yeah, I would say a little bit better.
I think it's got to go there then.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
That's the judgment that we have to make.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got a free, two free, Lady Shez's.
Yep.
Shez's.
Yep. I am plus 10ing her eventually as soon as I get more of her.
Nice. Oh, Monica as a unit was also kind of fun.
She's basically Gen 6 or whatever we're in Lewin, so yeah.
And I think male Shez was just a better Sothis.
Yeah. And attack speed of 4 in the regular pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good things. All good things. Ascended Hilda, choice.
Yeah.
That was a choice.
She introduced velocity as well. Very good damage reduction skill. I would probably say the best B skill for damage reduction.
We're really just justifying the placement of
yeah.
this at this point. All right, the next four kind of doozies. Halloween.
Okay, why is Halloween a doozy?
Well, I mean, because they had a 4-star Naga in it, obviously, but also Duo Duma, who just don't stop.
Yeah, I think this one's really hard for me to rank because I want to say, like, I was so hopeful that Duo Duma would be, like, super amazing, but I've been using him and he just kind of falls flat. Like, I have Hardy Fighter on him and everything. It's just, he really suffers from not being able to make a guaranteed follow-up. Because I give him the DC Dragon Seal, so that I can give him something better in the A slot, but then he doesn't have any way to follow up. I think if they had just added that to his weapon, he would be like instant S tier Far Saver. But the rest of the banner was pretty good too.
I think in terms of fodder, it's goated.
Yeah, I agree.
I was
the 2 tier 4 Dragon B skills.
I was left wanting with Halloween Naga. Conveniently, the next banner we're going to talk about definitely helped.
Perfect for her. Yeah.
I'm going to say it's like on par with Firefest for me.
Yeah, I would put it probably top of A. I had to, if I had to decide.
They're pretty equivalent for me.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
we had was the second finish skill with Corrin too. I think that's one.
Yeah, that's true. Attack speed finish, very good skill.
That was a biggie.
Yeah. And the Dragon Zyre 4 as well.
Yeah. Gregor.
Yep.
Sended Air. A certain Corrin who is godly. I I was so happy about this banner, specifically because of its timing right after the Halloween one.
Well, because of the weapon, right?
Yeah,
Arguably.
yeah. I was like, yo, I'm gonna give it to Awakening Tiki. She's gonna be dope again. I got all the fodder in the world. Um, the banner itself, I think, was really cool. I'm a big Air fan.
Yeah, I think Air and Grima were definitely the standouts here. Um, Unfortunately for Gregor, he doesn't really stand out.
He has great voice work.
Yeah. But
Fila is also
Grima, I
here.
think Grima just like as weird as it is to me that they made a rearmed Grima. Like that's just so weird. But anyway, I think the weapon is legitimately like such a strong weapon and so good for so many dragons. Um, I think she's got to be like top tier.
I wanna say high A.
Hmm.
S? You think
I
S?
I would say S. Honestly, it definitely feels like a step up from the Halloween banner to me.
You know what? That's true. That's a fair point. And I think it's better than the summer banner,
Yeah,
which is the basis of which we put everything at this point.
yeah.
Um, okay, rearmed after rearmed. We go from dragon to axe. We've got Ganglot, I think is how you say
Yeah,
her
I don't know.
name. We had finally a normal Harden. Sweet. We got Elise introduced into the standard pool. Nina was here as a focus. A lot of people waiting for her. And then they twisted the knife in the back of Tiki fans everywhere
Yeah.
by giving Ascended Tiki what probably would have been a pretty dope Brave Tiki outfit.
Yeah.
Uh, and they said, hey, who's... oh, Tiki was in Awakening? No, that's not real. Marth Tiki is the only one we know. Here, look, she's fashioned
Yeah.
after Marth. I loved this banner because of the inheritable axe. I gave it immediately to Titania. I have regretted nothing ever since. I honestly, I talk a little bit of smack, but I actually really like Ascended Tiki's outfit. I just wish the circumstances were different.
Yeah, I think we just have too many of her for me to be excited for any
Yeah,
new consecutive young Tiki alts.
Nina's great. I was most excited about the 4-star healers.
Yeah, I just wish they had made one of Nina or Elise a colorless tome instead. Like, imagine that. Imagine how cool that would have been.
Yep. I always wanted Lucius to be a tome too, but they made him a staff,
Yeah.
and that was kind of a bummer. But I think the characters people have been waiting for in the inheritable axe were the big draw to this
Yeah,
banner.
exactly.
I think it's probably mid A somewhere.
I think that might be too high.
Really?
I think that might be too high. I mean,
Wow.
I would say if I had to pick something, I'd probably say near the top of B tier. But maybe A, just because Tiki, like, I'm not cutting her enough slack. Like, I think she is a good unit.
She's a better Brave Tiki.
Yeah, she's a better Brave Tiki.
And
Yeah.
red. We love red Tikis so much. All right, is it better than the kids banner?
Good question.
Because that's where I think it's falling, is somewhere here.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I would argue it's better than the thief banner.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I'd say probably around there, yeah, yeah, we could do that.
It has an inheritable axe that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I do think if I had to pick between all the inheritable arcane weapons so far, I do think the axe is the weakest, but it is still very good.
Just wait, they're bringing a lance soon, so.
Yeah, honestly, I think what my prediction is first they're gonna do something random, like maybe a dagger, maybe a bow, maybe throw a curveball and do a staff, and then lance, is if I had to guess.
Interesting.
Just
Okay.
because they spaced out the sword and the axe, so
yeah,
that's just my prediction.
We were theorizing on stream the other night, last night actually. The bookend movie. Yeah, I assume you saw that.
Yeah.
We went down this rabbit hole of me not trusting the ending. It was a whole thing.
Oh.
We were trying to figure out like where we're going next, and the concept of like finding out what happened to Triandra and Plumeria in the company of Leaf and Thracier.
True.
And since Leaf got rearmed, I was like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if like one of them were the
Oh
rearmed
no.
red or green tone. Like rearmed Plumeria. Come on,
Don't
Promise.
say that. Don't say that.
Come
I
on,
can already feel
Promise.
my orbs disappearing.
It could be fun, Promise.
I didn't even consider that until you said it, and I sincerely hope you're wrong.
I've been live for 4 days straight. Everything I think comes out of my mouth now. I have no filter.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like honestly, you may have just predicted like the next year of Faye,
Yep.
just with all the unfiltered Brian thoughts.
Yep. You heard it here first. Chatters, that's what happens. This. I saved the best for last, I think.
Yeah.
In terms of like everything everyone always wanted ever. You got Fjorm and Leg Yarn together.
Yep.
You got a Camilla ult, finally.
Which is busted. Like, it's so good.
And Shershay, actually. We got her name pronunciation, and she's freed from never having an ult. What a great banner this was. Oh,
no,
and free heart.
This was a really good banner.
I was really happy about the free heart. That was the thing I was most excited about.
Can I just say though, as like in the context of ninja banners in the past, aside from Camilla, this one definitely feels underpowered compared to the other years ninja banners.
A lot of people in chat have, even in comments actually, you probably have seen them too. A lot of people think that last year's banner was still, quote unquote, more powerful. Than this one.
I think just Camilla alone is better than anything from last year's banner, but the rest of them are definitely not on the same level, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to put it...
I want to say A tier, yeah.
Here.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
How do we
feel
also
got the Steel Defense 4 and Steel Res 4.
Yep.
Which are actually quite good, and they're tier 4. And again, like Ninja Camilla, I don't know if you have a copy, but she can just sweep entire teams by herself if no one has Hardy Baron.
Yep. The only thing I have that really touches her is, ironically enough, Summer Thor.
Yeah, I mean, that totally makes sense, yeah.
That's literally the only thing that I've come across a Camilla and not had an issue.
Yeah.
I actually had to think otherwise, which,
yeah,
not that fun. That, I think, we didn't put anything in D.
Yeah.
And I think that's reasonable because there weren't really any, like, truly terrible things.
Yeah.
Which, I guess is good.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some underwhelming banners this year, and I feel like we captured them pretty well with what we've got down in C tier. But yeah, none of them were, like, horrendous.
This feels very appropriate. This is like... I'm getting PTSD flashbacks right now, just looking at the banner art. Like, I remember. I'm remembering now. I'm reawakening. I think this is good. Chat. 1 in chat if you agree. 2 if you disagree.
I definitely think there are a few placements that reflect our personal biases, but I don't think that's inherently a bad thing.
No. No. There's reason. We justified it.
Uh-huh.
We justified all of them.
Yeah.
Beyond adequately.
Yep.
So, see, there's a 1. There's a 1 in chat.
1.5?
No. That's not allowed. Chatters. Okay. Well, hey, I think we're at time, but thank you for helping me do this. We were actually going to do this earlier in the week, but I lost power, and so we had to kind of push it off to the side. And now I think that losing power was an act of God so that you could come on and do this with me.
Well, thank you for inviting me. This was super fun.
I am happy to have you always, Promise. There's no problem at all.
Oh.
But thanks for hanging with us. I'm sure chat appreciated instead of having to listen to my dumb voice for too long. And,
well, I mean, good luck with the rest of your subathon. It must be very tiring, and I hope no more power outages.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We're hoping. All right. Thank you, Promise. We'll see ya.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.